What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. In this video, we're going to be comparing the A12 to the new Galaxy A13 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. Now before I start this video, I just wanted to go ahead and plug my Instagram really quick. Currently I am giving away a few things on the Instagram, and I want to go ahead and ship those cases out tomorrow that I have. There are 3 cases left, so one person did get one, but we are going to be giving away things like money and phones and stuff like that on my Instagram. So if you guys would like to go ahead and follow, it is at tech.right. Now, getting into this video, I did my comprehensive review on actually both of these devices, and I've been really impressed with both these devices for each year respectively. You know, the Galaxy A12 did come out in 2020, late 2020, and the A13 5G did come out, or was finally released in January 2022, so there is a pretty big gap between these phones, and a lot of people are looking to upgrade to the A13 5G. And we're going to go ahead and compare these phones, and we're going to see if you should actually go ahead and upgrade. Now, starting off with the bodies of these phones, as you guys can see on the right side of the phone, we kind of have the same setup. This is pretty much the same body, but as you guys see, we have our volume up and down rocker. We have our fingerprint sensor. We have our power button right there just below it that doubles as a fingerprint sensor, so that's actually really cool. I love the placement of that. The efficiency of that is very, very nice. Top of the phone, we get the same noise canceling mic as you see. Left side of the phone, we get our SIM trays literally in the same exact place, and bottom of the phone right here, nothing has changed. We have our mono speaker, our USB Type-C port, our noise canceling mic, and our 3.5mm headphone jack. Now, both body styles, I would say, are pretty cool. The A13 5G is honestly kind of underwhelming, as I talked about in my review. If you guys haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out. Kind of boring, but it definitely looks much less like an iPhone, but there are fingerprints to be left on this device. So if you guys are going to pick this up, I'd recommend a case. As far as the A12, I feel like I like the design better. This texture on the back, this little grainy line texture that, you know, turns into a matte finish. You hardly leave any fingerprints on this, and I just think the style of this phone looks a lot better than the Galaxy A13 5G. So as far as looks, I would say I would go with the A12, but that's definitely just an opinion, so I would like to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As far as the build, both these devices are all plastic, so these aren't going to be anything crazy, but they actually still managed to make these feel pretty nice, even though they are made out of plastic. So good on you, Samsung, for making your entry-level devices feel a little bit more premium. I definitely think the A13 5G feels a bit more premium, to be quite honest, in my opinion. If you guys want a more premium feeling phone, I would go with the A13 5G. Now, getting into the displays, these look pretty much the same, to be quite honest, as you guys see. I was hoping they would change the water drop notch that they had on the A12 to the A13 5G. I was hoping we would get like a hole punch in the middle. That did not change, but honestly, I really don't mind this. Both these displays are 6.5 inches, both are 1600 by 720p, both 20:9 aspect ratios, and both have a PPI of 270, which is actually a decent PPI on a entry-level phone, so nothing really changed there. Both are also IPS LCD, but the A13 5G does have the new 90Hz display, and I have to say it does look very, very nice on a entry-level device, and it's really cool that we get a 90Hz, you know, display on a phone that could be free if you go ahead and port in your numbers. So nice stuff right there. And as you guys know, the A12 is 60 Hz. Both devices do have an ambient light sensor and proximity sensor. Now, getting into the core specifications on these devices, starting off with the A12, there are a few different options that you guys can go ahead and spec your A12 out with. If you have the global version, the Metro by T-Mobile version, I believe, has 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. The unlocked version, though, you can actually get 64 GB of internal storage and 4 GB of RAM, so that's always a nice price, and you can pick up this phone unlocked for about $180. This one is not out unlocked yet. I'll actually have to go ahead and update the links in the description down below, but go ahead and check for current pricing in the links in the description down below if you guys want to go ahead and check out the pricing of both of these devices unlocked. But going to the A13 5G, out of the box, we actually have 64 GB of internal storage, and we have 4 GB of RAM, so seeing this device straight out of the box, loved love to see it. I really appreciate Samsung for finally coming out with some decent storage on the A13. Getting into the processors, we have a MediaTek Helio P35 inside of the A12. Now that's kind of outdated, so we did get a little bit of an upgrade, which I'm really happy about. We got the MediaTek Dimensity 700 on the A13 5G, and there's actually a difference between the scores, and I think you guys are very much going to like the difference. So as far as our Geekbench score on the A12, we have a single core score of 166, and our single core score on the A13 5G, we have 465, so it's almost triple the score. Really nice to see an upgrade like that. The multi-core score is only about 100 more on the A13 5G, but I think that's definitely a very much needed upgrade to the A13. Both these devices also have a 5,000 mAh battery. We also have fast charging, and we have wired 15-watt charging on these devices. Now, the one thing is that the Galaxy A13 5G actually doesn't come with a charger, and the A12 does, so that's definitely a letdown. I'm hoping Samsung does come back with a charger, because these are entry-level devices, and a lot of people are porting their numbers in, and they don't want to, go ahead and spend an extra $15 to $20 to just go ahead and buy a wall charger. That's kind of not cool when you do this to entry-level people. The people that are buying flagships, that's a whole different story. But when you're getting a device that's worth like $100 to $200, that's not really cool, Samsung. Now, getting into the cameras, we have a quad camera setup on the Galaxy A12, and we have a triple camera setup, as you guys see on the A13. Now, as for the A12, we actually have 48 megapixel main, 5 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel macro, and a 2 megapixel depth camera. On their Galaxy A13 5G, we have a 50 megapixel PDAF camera, a 2 megapixel macro, and a 2 megapixel depth camera. I'll go ahead and do a photo comparison later on, but I would say the Galaxy A13 5G is slightly better camera on this device. The other thing as well is that the Galaxy A12 actually has an ultra wide camera on their device, and the A13 5G does not have that, which is weird. I thought they would bring that back, so that's kind of a downgrade, to be quite honest. But both these cameras for the price will definitely suffice. I think they're definitely acceptable. The other thing about the Galaxy A12 is we have a lot more colors. We have black, white, blue, and red, and on the A13 5G we have black. Now, I do see this changing in the future, so hopefully I am right about that, but you do have a lot more options for the colors on the A12. The other thing about the A13 is that we have NFC on this device, so we actually do not have NFC on the A12. That is something we didn't get in 2020, so it's cool that we can use Samsung Pay and Google Pay on the A13. I definitely thought that was a good upgrade. The other thing is that we are going to have faster speeds on the A13, considering we do have 5G connectivity now compared to the regular 4G LTE that we got in the A12. Now, there's going to be two types of people probably interested in this phone for the A13 5G and wondering if they should upgrade. Now, the only reason you would upgrade to the A13 5G is if you want the 90 Hz display, you want the 5G capabilities, and you want the NFC. There's really nothing else that changed, but it is a good upgrade, to be quite honest. They are doing slow incremental upgrades on these lower end devices, but in my opinion, I would upgrade if you got it early on. But if you're still rocking with the A12 and you enjoy it, honestly, I think you guys can go another year with the A12 and be fine. But obviously, Galaxy A13 5G does win in my opinion. I feel like it's a more rounded device, offering things like NFC, 5G capabilities, and 90 Hz display. I definitely think that's really nice that Samsung put that in there, and they're doing that to lower end devices now, like the A52, A51, A72. So if you guys are wanting to buy a new device, I would definitely go with the A13 5G if you don't have the A12. But if you do have the A12, that's honestly up to your opinion. Those are really the three big things that are going to sway your opinion to either buying it or not. But yeah, guys, that was my comparison between the A12 and the A13 5G. Pretty simple. If you guys did enjoy this video, if I did offer you any value, definitely leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you are not part of the Tech Gang already. Also, hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I do upload a new video. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.